What the fuck going on, ladies and gentlemen? Holy shit. How the fuck are we? I think that yesterday's podcast with Blair was probably the best one with Blair I've ever done. I think him and I really connected well on that one. It was a really good one. If the camera's off kilter and a little blurry, probably up here a little bit it's gonna be. I think I got glue on the camera lens. Yes, I glued it back together. You think I'm gonna go and spend money on a camera? It still works. You just put glue on it, and you call it a goddamn day, okay? Why the fuck would I go and buy a new one? I know it sucks. I'll buy a new one eventually. It's not my main concern right now. I was gonna get on here, spew some nonsense about the dream I had last night and how it fucked me up a little bit, but it's really not that important because I've talked about these things before, and I don't think there's any room for talking about it, really. Like, I have not really nightmares. It's not really nightmares. It's just like dreams of things that I've done and not really necessarily done. Alright, you want to know what it is? Okay. So, the last few podcasts, I've been talking about how women come to me or my friends and they talk to us about all the shitty guys that they've been dealing with, right? And I know that I said yesterday I'm a good guy. I consider myself a good person now. But back in the day, I was not a fucking... And it wasn't even that long ago. It was like 3-4 years ago, okay? I was not a good person at all. And those things still fucking haunt me every day, dude. Every time I think about the things I've done, I get guilt, I get shame. Not every time I sleep, but a lot of times I'll go to bed and I'll have some dreams that kind of fuck me up. Just things that I... Like, and it's just shit that, and this is why you can't get stuck in these emotions, because you could just sit with them. That's all you have to do. And I know that doesn't really make sense, but they're not going to go anywhere for a while. Like, I still feel them, but they just sit there, you know what I'm saying? You're not fucking with them. You're not making a big deal about it, because they disappear after a long while, or not even, sometimes it's a long time, sometimes it's a short amount of time they disappear. But this podcast is kind of for everybody. Damn, better calm down before we fuck some shit up. This podcast is for it's for everybody, whoever wants to watch it, obviously. But I think this message I want to mainly gear towards like young men. You know what I'm saying? Little like men just hitting puberty and shit. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers, you need to find something. Find like a sport. Find running. Just find something you like that you're good at. Drawing. Something creative, preferably. Not like fucking, I'm good at scrolling TikTok. Even if it's just making YouTube videos. You can make YouTube videos. Do whatever the fuck you think you want to do in this life. But do something that builds discipline, builds character, builds your mental endurance, so that that discipline and that mental endurance can work together. So not only are you holding off from doing things you want to do or doing things that you don't want to do, but you're enduring those things longer. And that's where the mental endurance comes from. And essentially what I'm saying is we need to teach young men how to behave. And it's hard to do. You got to give them something that they enjoy, but something that gets their energy out and teaches them valuable moral skills as well. They need a moral structure. We need a moral structure. There's no not having a moral structure as a young man. We need something. Adam is a good attest to that. If you know Adam, you know him. You don't. But Adam, a lot of motherfuckers know him. And he has always been, he's a Christian dude. And that gave him a structure. Lucas is the same way, if you know Lucas. But these motherfuckers have structure. And it structured them and got them through the hard parts of puberty. They need something. Even if it's just a sport. I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But the reason I'm saying this is because I can't go back and change the things I did. And I'm dealing with that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to be nice to people now. Because even if they piss me off, even if I don't want to talk to people, I will try to be nice. Unless you push to a certain point. But my fuse has gotten longer and longer over these last few years because I've had to bank it. I've had to start like fucking duct taping extra lines onto that goddamn dynamite because I can't have, my fuse was like this big, dude. I used to not be able to handle stress for shit. Like the smallest amount of stress, I'd be tweaking, dude. I'd be angry. I'd be throwing shit. I'd be pissed, man. And I guess it's through working out, maybe, and working out, Winnebago probably helped, and, well, factory jobs in general, because I've worked a few now. Just adding stress into the life and getting accustomed to it. I don't know how you teach these things to children. Like, and we need it. The reason I'm saying all this is because I used to treat women, the reason these women are fucked up, I'm sorry, that was kind of, I mean, we are fucked up. You know what, I'm going to say it, fuck it. We're all fucked up. But the reason these women are fucked up, like, relationship-wise and, like, mentally traumatized is by us men. Like, us being children, not knowing how to behave, and literally, it's not knowing how to behave. And the problem is, a lot of people, want to look at like age as a sign of maturity, and that's what I was trying to get across yesterday on the Blair Pod. Please no Zin-Ups. Like, I've met some 70-year-olds that act like children, dude. They throw shit around when they get mad, and they're just fucking pissed, dude. I think that the Zin-Ups are fucking with me. I think that maturity comes with a level of knowledge and mental experience. And I don't think that was easily accessible back in the day, because before the internet, the only way to hear about something was, Jesus Christ, from paper or from, goddamn, I'm pissed. I'm not pissed, but it is annoying. It's mildly irritating, I should say. I'm not pissed. Point is, I think that we should be teaching boys, especially that go through puberty. I think Jordan Peterson has a good point about that too. I think he makes the same point, that young boys need structure, and we need discipline, and we need to exert our energy somewhere, or else it comes out in these nasty, horrendous ways, especially like through pornography and all that other shit. Kids are developing sooner and sooner. You're getting all this weird shit that's going on the internet. Like, people are bold, man. I see some fucked up shit, and I hear some fucked up shit, like the way men like hit up women and shit. Like, and the problem is, it's so hard to like, how the fuck do you meet anybody nowadays? Like, all the like statistics and shit say that most like couples are meeting online nowadays. Like, I don't want to meet a wife online. Are you fucking serious, dude? Hell no. I don't trust shit online most of the time. Like, I trust information sources and stuff, like people. I trust people usually. Certain people that I've looked into, and I've seen that they have a history of telling the truth, I should say. And when they make a mistake, they correct their mistake. Like, it's not about not making a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes, but if you're willing to let go of the mistake or the idea that, it's essentially ideas. If you have an idea that you find out to be wrong, the test of your character is if you're going to let that idea go or not. Because if you don't let that idea go, you're attached to that idea, and you're looking at that idea as if it's a part of you, which it's not. No idea is you. You are you, and we hold these ideas in our head. And if, like, anybody can challenge my ideas, I don't give a shit. I will fucking back it up with evidence and shit for why I believe it, so you better be ready. But it's just a conversation. Like, oh, why do you think... Like, I was talking to Blair yesterday. I was like, why do you think this way? I was just... You got to get into the mind of the other person. And it's a really hard thing to do. But, like, it's a cliche. It's a cliche. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Because I'm still thinking about that idea of, like, fucking men, dude. We need to be taught. We need to be taught how to use our minds in a positive and constructive way. Because men especially become super destructive physically, and we are violent, and we're crazy, dude. And then you add women and children into the mix, dude. That alone is a problem. But then the women and children are going to go off the rails, which we have. As a society, we've gone off the rails because I don't think we're getting the proper education. I heard something on a podcast yesterday that was like, it was something like, if you meet somebody, like the guy was talking about how he heard somebody had said he had met somebody that was talking about all these weird conspiracy theories and something, and he had realized, rather than this guy was a kook, that this guy had an interesting way of thinking, and he was curious. And rather than looking at him as stupid or crazy, he was like, oh, this guy's interesting, and he's pretty curious. He's just led in the wrong direction, given the wrong information, and that's what I've been saying. We all can be intelligent. Intelligence is information. So if the more information you gather, the more intelligence you have. Physically, that's all it is to being healthy, essentially. It's a certain amount of intelligence, to be honest, and a certain amount of calculation in your brain. Like, oh, I ate this much this amount, or I ate a lot. Jesus, what the fuck am I talking about? I ate this much this time, so I need to work out, or I need to not eat a lot of this the next day, or something like that. It's literally math calculations. You don't have to do it down to the last number. I don't do it down to the last number. I eat like a fucking maniac, dude. I think last night I ate a giant burger and like 5 sausage links, dude. It was fucking... I'm a monster, dude. I like to eat. But, I've always eaten a lot. And it's easy for me to put on muscle and to not worry about, like, under-eating and shit. I don't think I have to worry about that. I do worry about it sometimes, but I always make up for it, like on the weekend or something. Because I fucking gorge, dude. I love food. Food's awesome. And I don't know why. What got us talking about food, dude? I don't even know. But the cliche I was going to say is cherish what you have, man. You got to look around. And, like, I know shit gets depressing. And I know shit sucks. Like, this is what I've been thinking. Because, like, you sit here and shit starts to become normal. And you're like, oh, it's the same shit every day. But you forget that it's such a miracle to fucking have what you have sometimes. And you don't and that's the cliche I was going to say, is you don't realize what you have until it's gone. People say that shit all the time. But brother, let me tell you from my own personal experience, that shit is true. And it fucks with you. It fucks with you when you had an opportunity that you could have fucking... And that's the problem, is you try to think back and be like, oh, fuck, I wish I knew what I knew now. But if you knew what you knew, if you knew back then what you knew now, then you wouldn't be making, or you wouldn't have made those mistakes, because you wouldn't have been so ignorant to the facts that you would have caused those fucking failures to happen. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really beat on yourself, because, yeah, you were stupid. Yeah, we all are. I'm probably fucking stupid now, man. But it's the process of gathering that information, like I was saying. And it's especially crucial when you're going through those puberty stages, because like my niece is going through it right now, and it's wild because all fucking logic is thrown out the goddamn window. You think you make sense, you think you sound rational, and sometimes they do. Sometimes they dupe your ass, and you're sitting there like, fuck, they got a good ass point. Now what? And you gotta fucking be like, shit, I don't know what to do now. I gotta fucking reassess this situation. But they're wild animals, dude. Kids are wild fucking animals. Like, even at a young age, like when they're 1 year old, they're wild animals. They do whatever the fuck they want. And they need a good structure to keep in line that fucking wild nature from getting off course. Because if curiosity and ambition and like the human drive that we have goes off course, it becomes a destructive thing. And that's what I was. And I think it's a product of society and it's a product of ignorance and it's a product of willful ignorance, because it's ignorance because we didn't know some things back in the day. It's society because of some things, the way it's structured because of those things we didn't know. And then it's willful ignorance to the point where sometimes people are willfully fucking doing things knowing the fucking outcome, or knowing that shit is going to happen, or just doing it and not knowing, and they don't really care. They're just doing it for other things like money. And it's kind of fucked up. It's really fucked up, actually. I think about this shit every day, man. Like, how much we hurt this planet and how much we fuck it up. And I don't know why I think about it so much. I don't know why. I've always thought about it. I've always thought about the entire planet and what I could try to do for it. It's not just me. It's never been just me. Yeah, I'm fucking living my life, but we're all doing shit for each other. And that's like how we get to this point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Yesterday I went for a fucking run, and I got about a mile 33 in, and I fucking stepped in a pothole again, and I fucking twisted my ankle again. And it's because I didn't let it heal properly. I was a fucking idiot, but I kept running on it, and I kept lifting my legs on it like a fucking stupid guy. But I'm going to the gym today because it hurt a lot yesterday, and I had to have Cheese come pick me up because it was kind of funny now thinking about it, because I was just running, dude. Bro, I was kind of buzzing still from that Blair pod because I was drinking beer, and I fucking stepped in a pothole and my leg just gave out. It's so crazy because the mind can be so strong, but the body's always such a weak fucking it's a weak piece of shit, dude. It can fall apart in an instant just because the motherfucker stepped in a little fucking off kilter ground. Your fucking whole leg gives out like, whoa, shit, and you're fucking on the ground. Yeah, it hurt at the time, but then I got up on it and kept walking, and then Cheese picked me up, and then I got back here, and I was gonna drink more, but then I'm like, nah, not a good idea, because I knew I'd be tired today, which I am. I don't really drink much anymore, and I'm glad I don't. I don't want to start drinking anymore. Like, I'll drink occasionally, but it's not really we convince ourselves it's fun, but it's really not. Because you fucking do it, and you're going to feel like shit, regardless. If it's 1 or 2, you're going to feel like shit. You're fucking putting poison in your body, and you're like, no, this is going to be fun, it's going to take the edge off, but it always feels like shit at some point, so why are we doing it? It doesn't make sense. But it is a good lubricant for when you're talking to people or when you're having a conversation. Well, that's the same thing. Or when you're at a social event, I should say. But I don't think it's the proper one. I think it's a malfunction of society that alcohol is still around, because it's not really the best for us. It kind of sucks. It's not, and there was a study that they've done, which I don't know where my phone is now that I'm thinking about it. Who knows? I guess I don't need it. It might be over there or something. Who knows? But there was a study they did of all the drugs and their societal impacts. Like, they were doing a real test on drugs, all of them, to see which one is the most dangerous. Like, with societal impacts, self impacts, social impacts, you know what I'm saying? It did all of those impacts. And alcohol was ranked number fucking one. It was done in Britain. And under that was crack and heroin. Yeah. And alcohol was number fucking one most dangerous and harmful to society. Because it's fucked up. It's not supposed to be here. It was an accident. I think we accidentally put it in here. Because I bet if we had trip therapies or like weed bars around, like where you go and smoke weed legally with other people, or you do mushrooms legally with other people, and people knew how to do it, they knew it was safe, it was a safe environment, no fucking shenanigans going down. But I feel like it would be a much better experience than an alcohol bar. Because an alcohol bar, everybody gets rowdy and loud and crazy. But like when you're on certain substances, you just want to chill out. And you just want to you start talking quieter and you're like, hey, what's up, man? You're just chilling, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think that would be a lot more beneficial for society. But people are scared of it. And people want to make money, so they don't make shit legalized. I got a lot of shit I got to do after this. I got to do dishes, and I got to write and go to the gym, and I got to take a shower still. And I'm tired, man. It was a long-ass day. It was a rough day. It wasn't really that rough, but, mentally, it was rougher than it usually is. Just because my brain tries to torture me. It's not even torture, I guess. It's dreams and shit, brother. Shit you used to do to people. If you were fucking up and you were being a dickhead, it's going to come back to haunt you. And then you're going to be like, fuck. That's why those negative emotions come up. All those negative emotions have something to teach, man. Guilt, shame, envy, jealousy. All this shit has shit to teach. It fucking teaches you a lot. Guilt and shame teach you not to treat motherfuckers like that. It's like, fuck, I treated that motherfucker like shit. I ain't gonna do that no more because you feel like shit now. That's why alternatively treating people good feels good, because it's like, I don't know, we're social beings and we build our fucking brains off of other people. So I don't understand why other people are mean, even if you don't like people. There's not many people I don't like, just because I think everybody's a character. It's like a weird character in the human world. It's kind of interesting. It's like some people irritate me, like the way that they're lazy at work or something, but I don't completely dislike the person just because of one thing they do or one thing they've done. That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do that? You're going to completely ostracize this person because they made a mistake or they have a character trait that you don't like. We're all allowed. That's what's great about America, is we're all allowed to just express ourselves in the way that we want to. But a lot of people try to suppress down other aspects of how people are, even if it's something everybody disagrees with. Well, I guess there's some things, there's some certain things that, if it's against the law, most of the time it's right. But I'm talking morally, just calling people names, gossiping around people's backs and shit. It's kind of what are we doing? You're wasting so much time dogging on this other person. I said this before, there was this one time I was at the gas station and I just walked in to buy some Zins, and there was these two people just dogging on this person that they were working with. They were talking so much smack. I don't even know who the guy was. And even if he was a piece of shit, man, I felt terrible for the guy because they were dogging so hard on him. They're like, God damn, this guy doesn't know what I fucking told him. And I was like, God damn. It just makes me realize that humans we always want to tell stories, but like we tell weird stories too because our perception's fucked up. It's our own perception, especially with the negative emotions. And when we're not like mentally capable of handling them, we try to put them on others. I think that's exactly what it is. A lot of people try to put their negative emotions on other people. That's why they're like, "Oh, this guy made me mad." No, you felt the anger arise, didn't you not? Why did you let it like anger you? Why didn't you just let it pass? Because it doesn't have to bother you. Like everything, it's better to be like there's like, I don't remember like the exact quote, but there's like this from like Buddhas or some shit. It's like it's better to be like a calm river or something than a roaring stream or some shit, something like that. But like you can't let things agitate you all the time. You got to pick your battles because you don't want to fucking be mad and fucking pissy all the time just because people are doing their thing. Especially like, who cares most of the time? If it's not like hurting anything or hurting anybody else, like even at work, yeah, I get mad at some people for being lazy. But at the end of the day, I come home, I don't see that motherfucker. I don't see any of them. So I don't really give a shit what they're doing. Like, that's not my goddamn problem. How they want to live their life is completely up to them. That has nothing to do with me. And I don't know why other people have to put their 2 cents into it all the time. Like, oh, that guy's doing this. Who cares? Let him do it. Fuck it. Let the guy do what he wants. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. A lot of people, they get... and especially when, like, my dad raised me to be, like, very direct and straightforward. And with that comes a lot of jokes. Like, if you, like, are direct and straightforward, you could get pretty good at making jokes, especially if you have a lot of information in your head. And, like, you time them correctly, you can make a lot of jokes. And people don't like a lot of the jokes, and a lot of people don't actually get them. A lot of people... Like, that's why a lot of people try to ban people online and shit now. It's because a lot of people don't understand jokes anymore. Like, they take things way too seriously and out of context, and they're like, this guy fucking, why would he ever say something like that? And it's like, it was a joke, dude. Calm the fuck down. Who cares? Why are we always offended about everything? It doesn't make sense. Like, grow a pair, dude. Like, everybody needs to grow a pair. We need to toughen the fuck up because we're kind of soft. We're soft as hell as a generation. We got soft as fuck. We can't handle anything. We get our phone taken away or broken. We're like, oh man, my phone's gone. And back in the day, people were fucking fighting lions and fucking bears, and they didn't know where the fuck they were going to get their next meal from. They're like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I need to find something. And now we're fucking worried about stupid ass shit. It's because, like, our problems have become so mundane, and I was talking to Blair about that yesterday. Our problems become so mundane that our brain creates a problem out of nothing. And then we get mad about nothing. Like, a lot of things that we get worried about or worked up about or mad or depressed about, it really is not that, like, big of a deal. And I know that's easy to say, but... And it's not to diminish anything either. Like... I don't diminish anything I've done in the past. I fucked up. I was a piece of shit, dude. And that's why I try to be a better person now. That's all I can do. Like, I can't sit here and ruminate on what the fuck I've done all day long and be like, fuck, I did this and that and fucking... I gotta keep fucking going. And I can't just... What am I gonna do? Sit in a goddamn chair all day and fucking think about what I've done like a goddamn child? No. I can think about it. Like, sometimes things pop up while you're doing your work or while you're fucking doing other stuff. That's thinking and processing. That's all you could do. You can't fucking sit here and dwell on shit that you've done. Like, yeah, if you're a piece of shit, change it. Change who the fuck you are. Especially men, dude. Because we're supposed to be protecting women and children. That's our only job, I think, on this fucking planet. Protect and provide, I should say. We provide for the family and we protect the family. Because they build the family. Like, they're the social creatures. We're We're retarded, dude. We just want to look at cars and shit and fucking tools and welders and ooh, look at that. Yeah, we're dumb, but I don't understand. We've gone so far off the rails. It's kind of nuts. As a society. Like the more I learn, it's like ass backwards. It's like, what the hell happened, dude? Like, how did we get so fucking far down the rabbit hole? Who the hell let this happen? Oh yeah, there's a weird disclaimer. I don't even know what it is. It's like information below the last podcast from yesterday. I'm not even going to say what it's about, but go look at it. It's kind of funny. I didn't know they did that, but apparently if you talk about like hot topics, they'll try to correct shit on it and stuff. Like, we didn't even say nothing, but like, it's weird. It's little shit like that. Like, oh, let me put something on your video that you made just in case people like get the wrong message from this. Like, what are you doing here? I thought that this was a free platform. I thought I could do what I wanted to do. And you're here. They've already censored me twice. They've taken my videos down twice for talking about actual factual shit that can be researched pretty easily now. Like, nobody hides it now, but they still take it down if you talk about it, which is kind of crazy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's weird communist shit. They're trying to censor the people that want to talk, and it doesn't make sense. Like, the internet, like me and Blair were talking about yesterday, it's like the town hall. And everybody's supposed to get to speak in the town hall. And when you take those voices out of the town hall, even the crazy people get a voice in the town hall too, because that's the comedy. That's the fucking entertainment right there, mother. We gotta have the crazy people in there. But that's like nobody. That's why we need proper information and proper education, because we need to be able to decipher between these fucking psychos and the actual fucking factual information that people put out there, and it's not easy to do right now. Like, even I question whether shit I see is true or fake, or I'm like, oh, what is this? I don't know. Like, it's really hard to know what the hell you're getting. It's like it's like processed food, to be honest. It's processed information. They're both the same way now. They're both the same way because we don't know what's in half the shit, and we just eat it anyway because we have to survive. We need some kind of fucking information. It's kind of the same in a way, because our body needs some kind of information to build new body, because we're constantly rebuilding our cells and stuff. That's what food does. That's why I liked that Casey Bean's book. I don't remember what the book's called, but she made the point that we're basically 3D printed out of food, which is pretty fucking awesome. And obviously, like, our body consumes food, takes the nutrients, the vitamins, it takes all the shit, builds our body, builds our cells, creates our immune system, our cell walls, does everything. And then it excretes what it can't use out the fucking back door. That's how our bodies work. And it's kind of crazy, because we're literally just like, we're like food factories, kind of. We just eat and get rid of waste. We eat and get rid of waste. It's kind of fascinating. I don't know why that's fascinating. Just give me a moment of silence. I need a second. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty tired, but I'm gonna go do ab and chest day. Do some fucking bench presses, brother. I don't know how to bench press correctly. I won't lie. Like, I know you're supposed to use your whole body. You're supposed to use your legs to, like, push the bar up, right? I can't do that. I don't know why. My legs don't communicate well with my upper body. I don't know why. I do not know why. It's like, my body's weird. It communicates sometimes correctly. It's like all over the place sometimes. My brain's just all over the place, I think. So that sometimes gets in the way of my muscle communications. Sometimes if I'm really deep in thought, I'm not listening or doing nothing. I'm just like... Because I like to think. And that's the... it's kind of a weird paradox because a lot of thinking is not thinking. And you got to figure out how to not think to think well. Because I used to just neurotically think too much. Just too much. I could not shut my brain off. And if you can't shut your brain off, it's a problem. Because that motherfucker starts to run you. You start to do anything you motherfucking can to get that motherfucker off. And it doesn't go off. It never goes off. There's no drug. There's no nothing. You have to figure out how to fucking zen your mind out and piece it out. It's really hard. It takes a lot of information. That's why I've looked into all this shit I've done, because like I told Blair yesterday, it's not that, like, I thought I could teach people before, but I don't really think I could teach people. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but because, like, people have to be receptive to open to learning. So I guess if they click on the video, then maybe they are receptive to learning. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But what was I saying? Blair Pod. Teaching. Oh yeah, I tried to teach. It didn't work. But, like, I'm not a teacher. I don't think I'm a teacher of any kind. I'm just Cody, dude. Whatever that means. I'm just Cody. I was named Cody, and now I'm just Cody. I don't know. I'm a welder also. There's all kinds of labels you can put on me. That's why I don't like them. I don't like any labels. I just like to be free. I don't want to be called anything. I don't want to be called smart. I don't want to be called dumb. I don't want to be called handsome. I don't want to be called ugly. Don't call me anything. Just fucking look at me. Just be like, hey, there he is. That's it. That's it. I don't know. I'm about to see where we're at, because I'm getting pretty tired, and I need some energy for the gym. These podcasts are getting easier and easier. I think I'm going to have another guest on. I think I am. And I think it's going to be a female. That's crazy, isn't it? Well. She asked to be on. So if she comes on, it's going to be pretty dope. Cheese might be here. He might not be. We'll see what happens. But I think it'll be awesome. I just want to talk to people. I don't know why. I'm not even good at it, dude. I'm scared of talking to people. I'm terrified. I'm so antisocial. I don't know why I want to talk to people. I feel like it's giving me something. It's like beneficial. It's teaching me how to talk. It's teaching me how to think in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get different ideas and different ways of thinking from other people, and it broadens your perspective. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see that as a bad thing. I see that as an only good thing, even if it's a crazy perspective, even if it's a perspective you completely disagree with. It's an alternative idea to your idea, and it's a cool idea to hold in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Why limit yourself to information, even if you don't like the information, even if it scares you? Why limit yourself? I don't. That's my thing. That's why I do this. This is why I'm trying to write a book, because I don't want to limit myself in any way, shape, or form. I just want to see what the fuck I can do. If I fucking push myself to the hardest I can, like go to the gym, fucking meditate, fucking do all this shit, what the fuck will happen? I don't know. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe I'll just die and be like, oh, I did everything I did, I guess. But we'll see. I don't know. You see what comes out of this. You know, you never know unless you try. So why not try something? Just try anything. Even if it's just like coloring in a coloring book, do it. Why not? It's creative. You could put any fucking color crayon on that goddamn coloring book. Coloring books are kind of awesome. I forget how cool they are. I haven't done one in a long time. You fucking sit there as a kid, you're just coloring in the line. I used to I was one of those kids that's like, just shading it, the whole fucking page. I didn't have time to sit there and color those goddamn lines, man. That was bullshit. But now I want to. See how ironic that is? You grow up. That's the thing. Being a kid, you don't realize how fucking special it is. And you want to be an adult so bad. But then once you get here, I used to wish on stars, dude. I used to pray, dude, that I would be older than I was. Like, I would pray when I was like 7 years old. I would wish to stars and shit, like, to be 17 and wake up 17. And it obviously it happened one day, I guess. But it obviously didn't happen instantly. But Like, I don't know why I did want to be an adult. I think I just wanted to do my own thing. And I do like being an adult to an extent. It's just a lot of fucking work, a lot of responsibility, a lot of bullshit. But, I mean, kind of being a kid, if you were grown, like raised right, it's kind of the same thing. A lot of responsibility, there's some bullshit, but there's also a lot of fun. I think just being a kid, it's like the fresh experience, what everybody likes to remember. And that's what everybody wants to hold on to, I think, is like, oh, it was amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm ending this thing so I can go to the gym. I love you guys. Bye.